this letter would get the top score in IELTS General Training Writing Task 1. Let's write it together, step by step, breaking down how it meets every single requirement the examiners use. You'll learn how you can write better letters and improve your score. You know, what surprises many test takers is that half of your writing task 1 score isn't just about your vocabulary or grammar. It's about your letter writing skills. And this first requirement has little to do with your English proficiency. All the requirements of the task are met or fully and appropriately satisfied. To find out what it really means, have a look at this task reported in a recent exam. Write an email to a colleague about a gift to your manager who's leaving the company. In your email, you should explain how you feel about it, suggest a gift, make arrangements to buy it, write at least 150 words and begin your letter with "Dear." So the examiners check that you do everything mentioned in the task, including writing more than 150 words. Can you see the 3 bullet points, the subtasks? Covering them is really important. And there is even a specific reference to them, saying that the bullet points are clearly presented and appropriately illustrated or extended. So you must write about each bullet point, and not just briefly, but to extend and illustrate. To put it simply, write 1 paragraph about each bullet point. But just writing about your topic is not enough. The first Band 7 descriptor adds something about style and tone. The tone is consistent and appropriate to the task. So what tone do we need in our letter? Let me show you 3 examples. If we were writing this letter or email to a friend, the tone would be informal, like this. Dear Mary, it's been ages. How are things with you? Have you heard the news? John's leaving next month. Apparently, he's found a new gig at some big multinational. The formal tone is used to write to a newspaper, apply for a job, or make an announcement to the staff. Dear team, I am writing to inform that John will be leaving our organization at the end of next month to pursue an exciting new opportunity with a large multinational company. While his departure will be a great loss to our team, we are delighted to see him take on this new challenge. Our letter is neither of these, right? My idea of a colleague is someone you work with, have a friendly relationship with, but not necessarily a close friend. Our letter is semi-formal, like this. Dear Mary, hope you're well. A bit cliche, but it works. You might have heard that John will be leaving us at the end of next month to take on a role at a large multinational. Let's compare the 3 styles. In our informal letter, we're very direct. Sentences are short and words are simple. The formal letter is the opposite. Longer sentences and more formal language. I am writing to inform you. Our organization. We wouldn't say that to a friend, as long as we want to keep them. The semi-formal style in this letter is quite personal because we know Mary well, but it's not informal. One thing you may find helpful is to learn phrases that are often used in letters. For example, in our courses, students get a PDF with formal, informal, and semi-formal phrases for different types of letters, invitations, complaints, requests, and so on. You can also find and learn these phrases yourself. By the way, we have a free PDF with a few of these phrases, and that's a good place to start. I'll link it below. Before we look at the rest of the letter, let me show you its structure. A greeting, short opening, 3 body paragraphs, 1 per bullet point, a short ending, and a sign-off. There may be some variations, but this is the classic structure you can use every time. Why following it is important? Look at this Band-Aid descriptor. The message can be followed with ease. Information and ideas are logically sequenced or organized, and cohesion is well managed, which means different parts are all connected together. Paragraphing is used sufficiently and appropriately. Basically, our response must be reader-friendly, easy to follow because the message is clear, and the connections between the different parts of the message make it clear. Now, let's see how this worked out with our sample and what other things you can do to improve your score. The real opening is slightly different to what you've seen before. It's good to start with some kind of greeting that is friendly and to make some reference to work as I'm writing to a colleague. Here we go. Dear Mary, I hope you're enjoying your holiday and don't mind me reaching out with a quick work matter. I wanted to create a context by giving a good reason why I was writing to my colleague. Keep this part brief and write more about the key part, the bullet points. Bullet point 1. Explain how you feel about it. Remember, we need to illustrate and extend each bullet point. So you should invent a story to write about before you start. While listening to this answer, pay attention to the vocabulary used to convey this semi-formal style. You might have heard that John will be leaving us at the end of next month to take on a role at a large multinational. I'm keeping the language quite professional. Instead of a very direct, "Do you know the news?" which we could write to a friend, I used more neutral and polite, "You might have heard." As I decided I know Mary well, I can still be open about my emotions. It came as such a shock. He's been an incredible mentor to me since my day one, and I'm sure you feel the same. And one more sentence to really extend the idea. While it's sad to see him go, he absolutely deserves this fantastic opportunity. Again, friendly but professional. Apart from the tone, the examiner will be looking for our range of vocabulary and the way we can use words to express precise meanings, as well as our use of collocation and uncommon words and idiomatic expressions. That, of course, is our third category, lexical resource. And the second paragraph has some great vocabulary. To take on a role or to come as a shock, to deserve the opportunity, these are collocations or words we often use together. A mentor is a less common topic-specific word. And we have some idiomatic language too. To take on a role or to see him go. The words in these phrases together mean something other than what each word means separately. We didn't see John go away. This phrasal verb is idiomatic. The examiners do pay attention to the number of mistakes, so try to keep your writing accurate instead of going for something that is too complex and incorrect as a result. Now, in the second body paragraph, we need to suggest a gift. But before we do that, I wanted to mention that we do have in-depth writing and speaking courses where you can learn everything you need in one convenient place, save time, and give yourself the best chance of achieving a higher score, like so many of our students already have. Okay, second bullet point. To develop the ideas, give some reason why you want to choose that particular gift. the best way is to put it into a kind of narrative describing something that happened. I've been thinking about a farewell gift, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. The first sentence introduces what this paragraph is about. Do you remember that office lunch when we were taking photos and John mentioned how he'd really like to learn how to use a proper camera? If you wonder if you can use questions in your answers, yes, you can. Here is another one. What are your thoughts about getting him one of those new mirrorless cameras? They take amazing professional quality photos and are easy to use. What's interesting in this paragraph is some grammar points. The examiners look for a wide range of structures, and for Band 7, error-free sentences must be frequent. And this paragraph delivers. We have some more complex verb tenses. I've been thinking, that's present perfect continuous. We were taking, past continuous. He'd really like or he would like, that's future in the past. We have a gerund, getting. We have questions and complex sentences. That's enough for Band 9. For Band 7, add some variety, but stick with what you're comfortable with. Don't push it. Now, tell me, how do you like this paragraph about our third bullet point, making arrangements to buy it? If we both contribute £200, I already know which camera to buy. Is it a good paragraph? No, it's too short. Even if you can cover the bullet point in one sentence, you need to find a way to write a paragraph like this. If we split the cost between the 5 of us in the department, it should work well. There is a camera shop not far from the office, so we could drop by after work one day to get some advice and choose the best option. That's enough. Now, a short closing statement. Let me know what you think and enjoy the rest of your summer break. In your closing statement, we often get back to what we started with. It's a nice way to finish the letter. A simple, friendly signing off is all we need. See you soon, David. Okay, if you remember one thing from this lesson, let it be this. Getting the tone of your letter right is key. And if you'd like to dive deeper, I have a special lesson about it waiting for you. It's a free preview from our courses. And the courses and the formal phrases PDF are linked in the description. By the way, this letter we've just analyzed was 206 words long in case you are curious. Thanks for watching. Bye!